Ever wonder why your leads aren't closing when you expect them to? Have you ever spent more time on a prospect than you thought necessary? Or have you ever closed a deal thinking they were your best client only to hesitate to pick up the phone when they call? If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Today, we're going to dive into how you can reduce your sales timelines, bring in better clients, and even reverse engineer the entire sales process to streamline your results. So if you're ready to optimize your sales strategy, grab a seat and let's dive in. Hey there, my friends. All right, let's get right into it, shall we? The first core idea is always know your prospect's goals. See, the key to shortening sales timelines in freight brokerage and logistics is understanding your potential client's goals. Before you get too deep into the sales cycle, figure it out. What are they trying to achieve? Think of things like, do they want to reduce shipping costs? Are they looking for a more reliable carrier or supplier? Do they want to expand their logistics network? And if they do, why? See, by knowing their goals up front, you can tailor your approach to their needs, making your communication more compelling and diving deeper to engage at a higher level. Think of it like this. If you haven't learned what they're reaching for, how do you know what solution will work? If you don't know what they're setting out to achieve this year, how can you make accurate decisions to help them achieve their goals? And if you've yet to learn what they want in a long-term partner, how can you say you're a good fit? Lastly, if you have zero idea of what they want to do over the next few months, how do you know you'll remain one of their core suppliers? So knowing their exact goals for your prospects is one of the most critical parts of your prospecting. It lets you identify quickly if this prospect is worth your time to nurture and develop a relationship with, right? I mean, who wants to spend time with tire kickers? Let's move on to our second core idea. Use your ideal client profile. Imagine having a map that leads you straight towards your ideal client. That's what an ideal client profile, an ICP, does. It helps you ask the right questions and align your prospects with your superpower. Yes, you have a superpower. You might not know it yet, but you do. Create an ICP that outlines the characteristics of your perfect client. I mean, listen, it could be industry, company size, geographical location, shipping volumes, demeanor, right? Interest, characteristics, personality, and a million other things. But the fact is, get an ICP. Here's how I look at my prospects, and hopefully this will give you a better insight into an ICP. Number one for me is, do they believe their logistics supplier is a resource and an asset to their overall growth and goal attainment? That's number one, right? Number two is, can I help them achieve their goals? Or will this be a ton of work only to be blown up in my face in like a month or two? And number three is, if I can help them, do they have a realistic goal timeline? Those are just three of my many questions I get and make sure I have answers to. If you want a complete list, check out the link in the description below and join my resource hub. There's a ton of free tools and worksheets that you can go through and save you a ton of time and energy. Once you have your ICP, use it to filter out and match potential sales leads. This focused approach saves time and it helps you connect with the right clients who are more likely to convert. Now that we get the ICP out of the way, let's dive into the third core idea. Stay in your fulfillment stage until the deal closes. I can't tell you how many times salespeople get this wrong. Time is of the essence in freight brokerage, okay? You want to use it wisely. Pursuing clients you can't serve is a waste of time. And when you can serve them, you'll need to know their ideal supplier profile to ensure it happens. Here's what I mean. If your prospect is a great fit, say they meet your ICP criteria, and let's say they believe in relationships and building trust, which is their main priority for any of their suppliers, then you can only ask for the sale after trust is built. That means you stay in the fulfillment stage of your sales sequence until you've built trust. Now, this is when we say fulfillment, the next logical step is to move to being a customer. right? Most logistics reps make this mistake and they start thinking, man, this person is awesome. I want to do business with them now. Can I get a load?
I'm looking all over for you. I got to get out of here pronto. I got a stage 5 clinger.
And you've ruined all the progress that you've made because your prospect will feel like you're not listening to their desires and their ISP, right? Ideal supplier profile. So ensuring that you stick to the stage of the process that you're in is essential. This new logistics and freight brokerage sales environment is very particular. Finally, let's explore the fourth core idea. Focus on the next steps, right? The ultimate goal in shortening sales timelines is to deliver on promises and always be aware of the following steps you need to take the deal closer to the close. Okay, here's what I mean. Let's say if you're delivering rates and you ask say to your customer, if I provide you these rates by X day and time, will you have time to review it by Y day and time? Right? This allows you to consistently move forward in your sales sequence, leaving guessing on the back burner. It also allows you to set the dates and the times for your next follow-up, giving you specific reasons to follow up. And here's the gold. If the prospect misses the meeting, human nature says they'll feel guilty and they owe you one. Done. Here's a bonus strategy for you. If your prospect wants to keep their goals, their mandates, and their objectives private, then step back and share your strategy and processes that have helped other clients. And normally, I wouldn't say to do this, but explain to them that without knowing their goals and desires, you're shooting in the dark. And you might never really add the value you want to add to their network. Standing your ground on sales calls is critical to becoming a high-performance sales rep. This isn't new information. You know when you meet and exceed client expectations, they'll become loyal partners, leading to quicker sales and long-term success. There you have it. The 4 core ideas to shorten your sales timelines in freight brokerage and logistics. You'll supercharge your sales game by always knowing your potential client's goals, using your ideal client profile to match with leads, identifying if you can fulfill their needs, and focusing on fulfillment. So apply the ideas to your sales strategy today. Watch your sales timeline shrink, your deals multiply, and your present customers reach new heights. Remember, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more logistics tips and tricks. Until next time, my friend, remember, keep those freight brokerage dreams alive and go out there, make every call educational, and crush your sales.